It's George. Jeff's already here. Jeff got here like an hour early. Mike already called and said he's running late. There's Billy. There's Derek. I thought he was bringing an EK. So my son made this for me. Really cool. So we're on the road. 6:11, left the rest stop. I'm following Jeff. George is leading. Billy is behind me. Billy's friend is behind him. Mike is running late. He is going to meet us up on the interstate somewhere. Just under half a tank. George said he's closer to a third, so he's going to dictate the gas stops. So I did get George a gas card as a surprise. I got him 250 bucks. 225 miles, 6.8 gallons. I just added some cardboard behind the radiator because it's running too cold. On the highway I'm running 164. Temps holding at 175. Hopefully he keeps doing that. If not, I'm going to be adding some more cardboard. All right, Mike made it. Mike is driving Jeff's Super Mint DC2 Integra. There he is. I don't know if we recognized him, but he recognized us. Always good to see another Honda guy out here. So we just stopped to get gas for Mike. Mike was down to a quarter of a tank. Mike is probably getting the best gas mileage in the group. This is the convoy we have right now. We picked up a couple of people along the way. We're all going the same direction. 12 hours and 8 minutes into our trip, and the GPS says we've got another 55 minutes to go. My right knee is really aching. All right, 6 miles away. It's just Jeff, myself, and George up there. Mike got separated from us. There's a cute little stream. And looks like we're here. Mike's already here. 637 miles from my door.
Not too bad.
It's not. It feels like about 2,000 in the CRX.
Oh yeah. It's not bad in here. I kind of forgot how good this thing is.
I feel like I've been running most of the way.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Looks nice.
What do you think, Mike?
Good.
You see the stream?
Smell test yet.
The smell test? But there is a stream, so that was on the description. And there's the truck if you need it. This is it, first impressions. Fireplace, comfy chair, kitchen, couch, flat screen TV, dining room. There's Mike's chair. We're sitting here. Mike sits there.
Mike might like
Are you kidding me? We probably won't see Mike anymore. He's probably gone. He's already gone. We'll see Mike just before we leave. Upstairs. Double singles. Is that a bathroom? Bathroom. I'll take that room.
You're taking that one?
Where's the other rooms?
Maybe downstairs?
Yeah, it's supposed to have 4 bedrooms.
Yeah, imagine. George, you got bedrooms down there?
Okay. You figure out which bedroom you want?
I don't care.
Do you want this one?
I'll take this one.
That way if you get a friend.
Yeah.
Just a friend over here. Don't. I'm gonna delete that. Morning of the meet. It's Saturday, a little after 6. We have a 2-hour trip to get to the meeting spot from where we're staying. 79-mile drive. The most expensive gas ever. $5.39 here. We've been paying a little over 4. 44. All right, so we're about to get on the Dragon, so I'm gonna quit filming because it's all twisty from now on. All right, this is at the other end as you get through the Dragon. So they said, don't get here before 8:30, and we timed it as best as we could. We're here at 8:15. So we've got to find out where we are parking, where he wants us set up. It's still warming up, I'm freezing cold. We are set up now. We got Jeff, Derek, Billy, Jeff, me, George, and then the guys from JDI are over here. If you're not out here, hopefully I can give you insight of what's going on with our videos. So we're still filling up. There was a bunch of people here already. It's filling up pretty quick. So I think we're gonna have over 300 cars here today. I told people not to get here before 8:30. It's just now turned 9, so the show officially opens. It's not a show, it's the meet officially opens. That's when they told people to show up. So I'll do a walk around here in a minute. I'm gonna get t-shirts out and see if we can peddle some shirts. Got a couple items that he's going to give away. I'm sure a lot of you have at least heard of John. He's one of the innovators in our group, I guess. You know, he's done a lot of great things. So we appreciate you being here, John. Hey guys, how are you? All right, so first things we're going to do. I don't know if you guys seen these. We'll put them on the channel in case like you watch our channel. They're actually a 3D printed turbo wheel. Kind of cool. They're a pen holder. We have pretty much closed the place down. This parking lot was full. Where are we going, Jeff?
Wally World.
Wally World. We're going to go get some supplies, get some waters. George is looking. He didn't plug his AC compressor in, so he has no air. Now we need air. Can you get it?
No, the plastic's on the bottom. I put everything back the way I was supposed to. Mine is clicking one wire together.
Can Jeff get it? Jeff's little.
No, all the plastic.
Jeff might be able to actually stand next to it and work on it. Can I reach Martin down there and get to it or no?
I mean, if you could, I could.
No. What are you trying to say? Better than me?
We got roughly the same size on it.
That's probably true.
You got a bunch of height on me, but we're about the same thickness.
I'm a good 1.5 taller. That's what people told me today. Wow, you are really that tall. Did you get that? Somebody goes, wow, you really are that tall in person. I thought it was just the camera.
No, but it was great talking to everybody.
It was fantastic.
We talked to everybody so much that this is about all the walking around I got to do.
Yeah, I didn't go far. I went from here to the stage over there.
Yeah, we talked to everybody from the stage and then came back.
That's it. This is the rest of us. Everyone else is gone.
That's a Honda Acura Classic over there. They have the new Integra. They've done the exhaust and wheels and stuff on. I don't know if anyone else, you know, checks out what they do that checks out what we do.
CRX Type R. If you don't follow him, follow his channel. He's been building that Type R. Super nice guy. We've talked to him a lot.
Hopefully he builds it a little bit more.
He's going to be building it with some LHD products. All right, so just getting gas here. Look at the difference in price from what I paid earlier. $4.19. All right, so we're headed back to the cabin now. That's the end of day one. I hope we did get to meet you guys at the show. Thank you so much for coming out and saying hi. Really awesome to meet so many people. And it was a beautiful Supra. So many people to talk to that like what we do and share the same interests, have the same passion. That's what it's all about. I keep saying that. And of course, enjoy your cars. Let's look at the mess after the Dragon.
Yeah, there's some damp over here.
Oh, really?
Not one busted.
Has one busted?
I think so. It's damp over here.
Oh, it's probably that one right there.
They're gonna be inside the box.
That just shows how fast she was going on the Dragon. Alright, day two of the meet. We're going to the Fontana Dam. First we're going to get breakfast. We're loaded up. We've got shirts, we've got flags. Trying to find somewhere open on a Sunday in this area is actually quite surprisingly difficult because everything is closed. The only thing we've found so far is a McDonald's and it's in Robbinsville, but all your usual breakfast spots for some reason are closed on a Sunday. Are you ready for the best breakfast you've ever had?
I'm ready, I'm hungry. The most healthy, nutritious breakfast we can find?
It's called the only one that's open.
Well, they have pancakes on that.
I think they do. It might have hash browns on it, but you're still going to get it. How's the Integra?
That's nice.
You liking it? All right, we're here. We're going to put our flags. We're at the base of the dam right here. Look how tall that thing is. So we're set up right here. There's more coming. That whole loop is pretty much filled up. I mean, we're on time too, so these guys got here pretty early. So we'll get our flag set up. And we got some good photos right here. We've got a really nice backdrop. How cool that is. Right next to the Keep Off the Grass sign. Nice CRX. I'm glad I saw you too. Returning back to the cabin, day 2 is another good success. Good meeting all you guys. Thank you so much for coming by and saying hi. Sold pretty much all of the t-shirts. Whatever t-shirts are left are in the store if you want to check it out, lhtperformance.com. We are heading back to the cabin. We got George in front. Jeff is behind right there, the K24 EP3. Mike took off today, did his own thing. We'll be seeing him at the cabin. We're gonna have a fire, drink a couple of beers, hang out, and have a good time talking about cars. So day 3, we are meeting up with Paul and Scott at the Southern Gals. Unfortunately, Mike has to leave today. He has a family emergency, so sorry you have to leave, Mike. It's gonna be just the 3 of us. So here it is. It's 32 degrees. Oh, you gotta pet me, that's part of it. Oh, cricket, get it, get it. It's cool, isn't it? It's a leave a dog, take a dog. Alright, gas, then we're going to Deal's Gap. I'll put the GoPro on the roof, then we'll start the Dragon. To the time lapse now, leaving Deal's Gap, heading up the Dragon. Make sure all is clear. Oh, take off his second gear. Forgot to put it in gear. Let's go.
Wasn't too bad behind Scott, and then we started getting that fast section by the scenic overlook. My brake pads got a little too hot.
So we are all driving together, there's 5 of us, and it just kind of reminded me, Scott has followed this white CRX so many times in the past when we would do the Nopi trips and Moroso trips and, you know, basically car show visits, that kind of thing. Scott used to drive the Type R, Steve would drive this white CRX, and Steve was always the leader in the group and had all the directions, and we all had radios, that kind of thing, but it's kind of just reminiscent. It's old times. It's so good. And Scotty's behind me. Paul is behind him. Paul, same thing. He's done many Nopi Nationals and car shows with us. So it's real cool to do this again. It's one of those things that you don't realize how much you enjoy it until afterwards. It's sometimes difficult to live in the moment and realize how much fun it is. This is the place I told you guys about in that video where I said places to go, places to see, that kind of thing. Good lead-in, George.
Yeah, we're here.
We didn't get lost at all. Everything's good. Everyone is safe.
Yeah.
There's Scott and Amy. So do you realize it's been since like 2008 since we did a road trip together? Like a Nopi trip? And I was thinking, how many miles have you followed that white CRX across different shows?
A lot.
Alright, so this isn't officially the bathroom, but this is what we've used before. You gotta cross this stream, go into that bridge. So, if I can remember how stepping stones work. Try not to step on the shiny ones, or the rocky ones. There we go. Everything pees here. Bears, raccoons, beavers, people. There we go. Look at that. Really nice place, really picturesque. Took some pictures there, we hung out, skipped some stones, that kind of thing. We're gonna see a couple of cool overlooks and take some more pictures. It's not to be confused with Buck Crack Creek. That is Wire Road. Well, this looks like it is busy, a lot of people here. Fall is moving. It's not as big as it's been in the past, but it still looks pretty cool. We're the only ones down here again. Beginning to see a pattern. Now. Ah, Scott's coming down. That's where we came down right there. So a few stepping stones over here. Over here. We should be able to get over here. Usually the water's deeper. We haven't made it this far before. We've been here a few times. We always come down to the bottom. Usually there's more water coming over the falls. You see where it's green? Usually the water is all the way over here too. So it's kind of cool that we can get all the way back here. Think I can make this? Is it safe? Yeah. Everybody's just looking over the side of the bridge. I would say nobody's brave enough to come down here, but maybe they're not stupid enough. Look how beautiful this is. About a freshly paved road is we're just picking up all kinds of rocks. That's it. Alright 5390, this is one of the higher elevation points up here. Really good views if you could get around the trees. Those trees weren't there the last time I was here. Remember, you could see further that way. Yeah, you could see over there last time. Heading back down the mountain now, heading back to Robbinsville and then to where we're staying, which is Andrews. We are heading back to the cabin. We just had some pizza and wings. It's been a long day. It's 7:37. We left the cabin right at 8 o'clock, so it's been a full day of driving. We are tired. We're gonna go back and do absolutely nothing. Maybe eat a little bit of ice cream and some Magic Shell. Mike is almost back in Florida. I think he's 2 hours away, so hopefully the drive is good, Mike. We miss you. We'll see you soon. We'll do this again, of course. Tomorrow's another driving day. We'll see you then. Alright, so I'm riding with Jeff today. We're going to go to breakfast and then we're going to go for a little road trip together. Leave the CRX here. George is in his car. He's going to meet us for breakfast. Then he's taking off for the day. He's got something else he's going to do. This is one of our little breakfast spots if you're up here in Robbinsville. Southern Gals. It's right next to Little Thrifty. I'm going to do a little review on Jeff's car while we drive it, just to kind of give you an idea of what the EP3 is about, because they are a lot cooler than you realize. It's a car that most people never really driven. If you watched that video just recently of the silver car, we did the K24. Almost the same setup as Jeff's car, and Jeff has had this. How long ago did we do it? It was 3 years, right?
Yeah, we ran it 3 years.
3 years. How many miles would you say you've put on it? Just ballpark.
Just 3 Dragon trips alone, we probably put 5,000 miles. And then it serves as my daily about 3 times a week, 4 times a week. So I would say we put a good probably 15 to 20,000 miles on it.
But it's been fun, right? It's one of your funner cars.
It's a blast.
And Jeff has a whole bunch of cars, so it's always good to get a perspective from someone that owns multiple cars, not just one, because they always find a way to defend the one car they have. Not that it's a bad thing, but you don't often get a true review when they don't know any of the car. Now, one thing that I get people ask about all the time is, I can't get over the shifter. The shifter's in a weird spot, it looks funky. But like I found when I first drove one of these cars, it's such a natural placement. You don't think about it once you start driving. And it's, I mean, you kind of see the relation of where Jeff is to where the shifter is. It's like level with the steering wheel. It's actually, you actually like it too, right?
Yeah, and you know, if you know the history behind it, it's from the rally car races in the 90s. So like they wanted it closest to the steering wheel as possible because they're constantly, you know, moving and correcting steering while they're shifting. So,
but it's surprising. When I first saw it, like I said, I remember when the car came out, none of us liked it because we all came from, you know, CRXs and the EG Civic, and this car looked different. Well, it's like any of those cars, you become to like them more over the years, and then when you actually drive them and own them, they're actually super practical. This is lowered, but it's super useful. I mean, Jeff has drove this thing all over the Dragon, and we drove it everywhere. And now we're about to go drive to the casino just for something to do, and then who knows, maybe place a little bet here and there. And one thing is important when you build a car is to build a real car. It's not just a one-purpose car. And this is a perfect example. This is a car you drive every day, drive back and forth to work, pick up parts, and have fun on the weekend, take it to the drag and do some of the twisty roads. So we're back from the casino, went to Harrah's Casino. Won a little bit of money,
good time.
Right? We both won a little bit of money. We played for free, we didn't lose anything. CRX got a break today. Now we're gonna go and enjoy the porch, maybe have a beer, call our wives, and chill.
On premise and in the cloud. You can run things the way you want. Your team, ours, or a mix of both. With the nation's largest.
This morning we're gonna go get breakfast at Southern Gals, and plan is to go on to Pigeon Forge, which is the place I told you guys I like. I really like that. Hopefully the weather holds out. It said it will do. It should be fine. It's not as cold this morning. It's 9:09. So glad we got windshield wipers before we left. George never came back last night and heard from him. Hopefully he is having a good time and is safe. If we hadn't heard from him by noon, I don't want to bother him. It's his vacation too. We are in Robbinsville, coming up on Southern Gals. It's still sprinkling, but the roads are drier. Doesn't look like they're open. That's kind of bizarre.
One possibility I see is Southern Gals Country Cooking on Rodney, or Bypass. Is that the one you want?
No, they're closed.
The second is El Pacifico Mexican Restaurant on Rodney, or Bypass.
Not anywhere close.
Alright. Looks like it's McDonald's, Jeff. They couldn't get anybody to work. So that kind of sucks. The long climb here. You start driving along and you realize you're going uphill. When the car starts bogging, you gotta drop down a gear. And they go on forever. It's amazing how much the prices vary, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. I'm delivering your house. What's your address there? It's got some really cool colors through here. Look at the color of the trees. We just passed through Bryson City. Right now we are in Cherokee. This continues through Gatlinburg. I did order an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and I just got word it's getting delivered today. So Esther is holding down the fort. She is gonna hopefully sign for it and not open it. She did get an iPhone 14 Pro, by the way. I'm getting the Pro Max because I got big hands and I can operate a big phone. I'm filming on a G7X right now by Canon. So when I change over to the iPhone Pro Max, I'm going to retire this camera. Probably going to sell it. It's been a great camera, but trying to simplify the whole video process. Obviously, I'm editing on a Mac now, which, let me tell you, game changer. There's another overlook. People crowded over there. Just have a look over the side. There we go, starting to get into the mist. Another overlook, people piled over there. It's getting higher and higher, gonna be more dramatic overlooks here. We're around 6,000 feet now, so we are basically in the clouds. Start to see it's getting thicker and thicker. We're still climbing. It's pretty thick when you look over the overlooks. A lot of people piled into those overlook areas to take a look over the side, and it's just thick fog. It's just me and Jeff, still no word from George. I looked at my phone thinking I would see if I got a notification from him, but there is no service. So who knows, we'll have to wait till we get to Pigeon Forge. I should get service up there and I'll check with him and see what he's doing. Right now it's just turning noon, 11:59. According to the CRX clock. It's funny, we kind of followed the road and it was really foggy. We couldn't quite see which way to go, and ended up just turning into this parking lot instead of following the road. So we may as well make this a point to pull over and take a Genda. That was funny. I just start following you, I look over and I go, wow, we're in a parking lot. It looked like the road, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
All right, there's your view, Jeff. Just imagine stuff over there.
Smoky Mountains.
That's it. It's funny how many people have pulled off to just look over at that, and they go, "Hey, look, it's clouds." It's amazing how many people are up here to look over the side to find out that there is literally nothing to look at. It's just funny, but it's cool to see my kind of people wearing shorts. It's just something different. We don't get to see this. And there's a pretty shot right there. Look at that. A little bit of sun. These guys have the better shots. Look over the side. Definitely temperature dropping up here. I mean, 157 is my coolant temps. Of course, I got a big radiator and probably a low temp thermostat, which definitely ain't helping. I really should have changed that to an OEM thermostat. Look at that over there. Don't pull out, don't pull out. Alright, so I got a signal there for a brief moment. Just got a message from George that he stayed up there another day. So I guess he's having a good time with his friend. Looks like it's just me and Jeff today. and part of the day tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're just gonna do nothing, sit around on the porch, look at the scenery, drink a couple of beers, eat some more ice cream, and that's probably pretty much it. Hold on. Wait for a really big tunnel. It seems like the last few days the leaves are really starting to be noticeable color changing. I guess that's why everybody is up here right now, because it's only going to happen for a couple of weeks or so, then it's over. That's what it is. A bunch of elk over there hanging out. That's it. Everybody stopped to look at them. Hey kids, look at the elk. It's been a full day's driving. We are both pretty tired. We couldn't find anything to eat up in the place that we just went, so we're pretty much back in our home neck of the woods in Andrews, and we're gonna go to the Hoppy Trout Brewing Company. This is downtown Andrews, just in case you've never been here before. Not a whole lot here. Ended up here, Mexican. The Trout Brewing Company was closed. Alright, we are leaving. It is right around 6. We're heading to get breakfast and then taking a trek home. Gotta get gas. We're just done the final walkthrough. They have such a list, you may as well just do the full cleanup yourself. There's such stipulations that you have to do. It is cold. I'm wearing my jacket. I hate wearing big jackets in the car, but the heat really doesn't work in the CRX because it's so cold. If I put the heat on, the car won't warm up, and then I'll be running on cold start all the way. So the windshield is frozen up. I'm frozen up. That's not fun. Oh, back one has too. Oh, that's not good. The big friendly dog just came over and said hi. See him over there? He came over, we was having a fire last night. I don't think I'd be letting my dog out here at night. It is pitch black. Who knows what's out here? Could be bears and junk. So I'm finally moving. I just had to scrape my windshield with anything I could find. I just found a piece of cardboard. And it is so freaking cold out there. As soon as I hit the wipers, it froze again. And I don't have any heat. Did I mention how cold I am? I can't believe how cold my fingers are. It's daylight now. We just had some breakfast. We're heading over to the gas station, which is right there. Then we're going to start our 632-mile journey home.
Looks like LHT Performance is about 627 miles away by car.
So it's just Jeff and myself. George just headed back to meet his friend a little bit north of here, about 3 hours north of here. He's going to go spend the rest of the weekend up there, drive back Sunday, come back to work Monday, because we have a turbo car to build. What the heck is that thing? What the heck is that? It's a Kia. Is that a Kia Tesla? All right, 258. So we had 258 divide 7.3, 35.3 mpg.
Yeah, same here.
So last Friday it started at the rest stop the other side of 75. Now we're on the southbound. So it started out as 8 of us, now it's just the 2 of us, just Jeff and I. For the last 600 and something miles, it's just been me and Jeff. It's been a long trek, and
Making good time though.
we're booking, we're keeping moving. We've only stopped for gas and just to have a pee and a stretch, and then it's time to go home. So we'll see you in the next video. Jeff, it's been great. We've had fun hanging out.
It's been awesome.
I think me and you hung out more than anybody. Everybody else just took off on us. All right, Jeff.
All right.
I'll see you soon.